Stop acting like the world's out to get you. Newsflash, the world doesn't care. So act like it works for you instead. Champions walk like the deal's already done. Losers wait for permission. Which one are you? Most people live like victims, waiting for luck to hit them. But high performers, they move like the universe is on their payroll. This mindset isn't delusion, it's domination. Today, I'm going to show you how to act as if everything always works out for you, because when you do, the world starts to bend in your favor. When you walk into a room, you don't tiptoe in hoping for approval. You stomp in like you own the f***ing building. That's not ego, that's presence. That's command. That's the difference between the sheep and the wolves. You think winners ask for permission to shine? Hell no. They walk like the world already said yes. They don't question if they belong, they decide they do. And that energy, the certainty, the unshakable inner authority, it infects everyone around them. People follow power, people follow clarity. And power doesn't apologize when it enters a room. The truth is, no one is going to hand you your value. The world doesn't stop and clap just because you showed up. You've got to demand respect, not with your mouth, but with your presence. Your body language, your tone, your stride, everything has to scream, I'm here to conquer, not compete. Walk like the outcome is already done, like the deal is closed, like your name is already etched into the damn building's cornerstone. That doesn't mean fake it. It means decide it. Decide who you are before the world does it for you. Too many people walk around asking, do they like me? Am I good enough? Will they accept me? That's loser language. High performers walk in with one internal script. They're lucky I'm here. Not because they're arrogant, but because they know what they bring to the table. And if you don't know what you bring, you've got to grind until you do. Because the second you show up with uncertainty, the world pounces. It can smell hesitation like blood in the water. Confidence isn't a mood, it's a decision. And when you walk like you own the building, you program your mind to win. You stop waiting for opportunities and start expecting them. You stop begging for chances and start creating them. People treat you how you treat yourself. You walk small, you get ignored. You walk loud, you get heard. You walk like you're broke and uncertain, the world hands you scraps. You walk like a fattened billionaire, the world opens doors. And let's be clear, it's not about money. It's about mentality. Billion-dollar body language. Billion-dollar posture. Billion-dollar voice. You don't need to have it in the bank to have it in your bones. You act like everything works out for you. You carry yourself like the contract's already signed, that the audience is already clapping, that your legacy is already unfolding. Because here's the cold truth. The universe responds to boldness. And when you walk like you own the building starts to believe you do. Speak success into existence. Don't just think it. Don't just hope for it. Declare it. Your words are not just noises you make with your mouth. They're blueprints for your reality. They are orders you give to the universe, to your mind, to your team, and to your future. And if you're walking around talking like a damn victim, saying, I hope this works, or I'll try my best, that's loser language. That's the verbal equivalent of waving a white flag before the fight even begins. Winners don't talk like that. High performers, individuals, killers in the boardroom, and warriors in life speak in absolutes, not because they're psychic, but because certainty is a weapon. And when you speak like success is inevitable, your mind starts finding ways to make it happen. You become the kind of person who sees solutions, not setbacks. The kind of person who creates outcomes instead of waiting for them. This isn't about lying to yourself, it's about leading yourself. When you say, this deal will close, or I'm building $1 million business, your brain hears that and starts filtering reality differently. It starts aligning your actions, your focus, your energy to that outcome. That's how the winners do it. They don't negotiate with doubt. They don't allow fear to rent space in their heads. They speak their success into existence, and then they execute like maniacs to back it up. But let's be clear, this isn't some soft, feel-good, law of attraction fantasy. This is hard-nosed, battle-tested psychology. Your words set the tone. They are the starting gun. They either launch you toward greatness or chain you to mediocrity. Every time you say maybe, every time you say I'll try, you inject weakness into your DNA. You give yourself an escape hatch, and guess what? Your brain takes it because the brain is lazy. It looks for the path of least resistance. If you don't speak like your success is non-negotiable, it won't be. Trying is for amateurs. Trying means you haven't committed. Trying means you're still giving yourself permission to fail. That word needs to be erased from your vocabulary. Replace it with do, win, close, build, create, power words, warrior words, words that move you, words that direct your destiny. This is how empires are built, not on doubt, not on hesitation, on declaration. Say it loud, say it clear, say it like you mean it. Say it until the world has no choice but to bend. Because when you speak success into existence with conviction and back it up with relentless execution, you become unstoppable. You want the world to take you seriously? Then start taking your own voice seriously. Stop speaking like a backup dancer in your own life. Step up, grab the mic, and speak like the fecking headliner you were born to be. React like setbacks are set up. And when the shit hits the fan, and believe me, it will, the winners don't collapse. They calculate. They don't panic, they pivot. Life doesn't hand you perfect conditions. It throws bricks at your head, and it dares you to build an empire with them. And the average person, they whine, they complain, they talk about how unfair life is, boof and who. But the high performer, the killer, the one who acts as if everything works out, they see setbacks as data. Nothing more, nothing less. Every failure becomes information. Every delay becomes a lesson. Every detour, a hidden shortcut you never saw coming. That's not optimism. That's strategy. That's how killers operate. You think SEAL teams break down when a mission shifts? No. They adapt on the fly because the mindset is simple. It's always working out in my favor. Even if the door slams shut, even if the funding falls through, even if your team bails on you, there's still something in that moment designed to make you stronger, sharper, and more unstoppable. If you can hardwire your brain to respond, not react, you become untouchable. That means instead of saying, why me, you say, what's the move? Instead of spiraling, you strategize. Losers get emotional, winners get surgical. They zoom out, assess the battlefield, and make the next play with precision because they know the game isn't over unless they say it's over. The truth is, when you start acting as if everything happens for you, not to you, you unlock a psychological weapon most people never touch: certainty in chaos. You can be flat broke, betrayed, humiliated, and still move with the conviction of a billionaire. Why? Because your mindset tells you this is the fuel. This is part of the design. This isn't the end. It's the effed beginning. Your pain is raw material. Your setback is the spark. How many millionaires got rich because they lost everything? How many legends were born from rejection? You think they had some magic wand? No. They had perspective. They knew that just because something didn't go your way doesn't mean it didn't go the right way. That delay, maybe it saved you from scaling the wrong idea. That no, maybe it cleared the way for a bigger yes. But you'll never see it if you're stuck in self-pity. Stop romanticizing the struggle and start weaponizing it. You want to be elite? Then train your brain to look at any setback and say, thank you Because that's not a wall, it's a window. Smash through it. Bottom line, if you want to be unstoppable, you need to stop reacting like a victim and start responding like a frickin' visionary. This world doesn't reward those who collapse. It rewards those who recalibrate and strike harder. So the next time the storm comes, and it will, don't ask for calm, become the hurricane. Visualize victory, then execute. This isn't some feel-good mantra you scribble on a vision board and forget. This is war strategy. This is what killers do before they dominate the field. You want to win? Then the win has to exist in your mind before it ever shows up in your bank account, in your business, in your life. If you can't see it internally, you'll never create it externally. Period. The top 1%, the real savages in business and life, don't hope for success, they rehearse it over and over. Before the meeting, they already closed the deal in their head. Before the pitch, they already own the room in their mind. That's how you walk in with fire in your chest instead of fear in your gut. That's how you make the world respond to you, not the other way around. But don't mistake this for fantasy. This ain't daydreaming. This is tactical imagination. This is building a mental blueprint so clear that your brain believes it's already real. And once your brain buys in, your body follows, your energy shifts, your tone sharpens, your posture changes. You start moving like the results are already yours. And guess what? The world starts to respond to that certainty. But here's the part that separates the fantasists from the effing killers. Action. Execution is the bridge between vision and victory. You don't just sit on your couch and manifest success. You get your ass up and build it every single day. You grind like it's done, but you know it's not. That's the paradox. You operate like the outcome is guaranteed, but you work like it isn't. That's the sweet spot of dominance. Too many people get stuck in the visualize phase and never move. They think the universe owes them something because they meditated or journaled. Bullshit. The universe doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to work. Focused, relentless, aggressive execution. You want to match your vision with reality? Then you better swing the fucking hammer. Every day without excuse. And when it gets hard, and it will, you don't go back to dreaming. You go back to doing. You double down. You remind yourself what you saw when you first committed. That version of you who already had the result, become that person through action. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for signs. You act as if it's already done, and then you make it so through sheer force of will. Visualization without execution is self-delusion. But when you combine mental certainty with physical action, you become a damn weapon, a heat-seeking missile locked onto your goal. Visualize like a king, execute like a killer. That's how empires are built. You act like everything always works out for you, then prove it by eliminating the doubters like cancer. Not tomorrow, not when it's convenient, now. Because the people around you either feed your fire or piss on it. There is no neutral. Every second you tolerate a toxic person in your circle, you're putting your dreams in a straitjacket. And for what? Loyalty, history, family. Wake up. History doesn't pay the bills. Loyalty doesn't build empires when it's chained to mediocrity. You owe it to yourself to cut dead weight before it kills your momentum. These so-called friends, colleagues, or even family members, if they don't believe in what you're doing, they have no business breathing your air. Harsh? Good. Life is harsh. High performance doesn't live in comfort. When you act as if everything works out, you create an environment that reflects that mindset. And in that environment, there is no room for the soft, the scared, or the skeptical. Doubt is a disease. It spreads. One sarcastic comment, one passive-aggressive jab, one just being realistic conversation, and suddenly, you're second-guessing yourself. That's how empires crumble. Spinners are allergic to doubt. They don't negotiate with negativity. You think Elon Musk built rockets by asking for approval? You think Dan Peña made millions listening to broke people? Hell no, he surrounded himself with killers. Believers, people who breathe solutions, not excuses. You must do the same. And that starts with cutting the dream killers from your daily life. Look, this isn't about hating anyone. It's about choosing who gets access to your mind. Because your mindset is your greatest asset. It's the engine that drives your success. And if you let a toxic person ride shotgun, don't be surprised when you crash. Winners curate their circle with ruthless precision. You need people who see the impossible and say, why not? People who challenge you to go bigger, not play smaller. If your current circle doesn't do that, then change the damn circle. Don't explain yourself. Don't justify your ambition. Just delete, block, move on. You don't need to burn bridges, but you sure as hell don't have to babysit them either. Let them whine about the odds while you stack wins. Let them gossip and complain while you build something worth talking about. The truth is, once you eliminate the doubters, your energy changes, your belief sharpens, your results accelerate. Why? Because now you're aligned fully. No more dragging dead weight uphill. And here's the kicker. Once you level up, those same doubters will come crawling back. They'll say they always believed in you. Let them talk, smile, but never forget who they were when you were just starting. Keep them out of your inner circle. Winners never go back. They keep climbing, they keep cutting, and they keep winning. So make the cut. Protect your focus, guard your vision, and move like success is your only option, because it is. Acting as if everything works out for you isn't arrogance, it's alignment. You become what you assume. So assume the win, assume the deal closes, assume success hunts you down. The world bends to boldness, so get bold, get dangerous, and act like you were born to dominate. Because you damn well were.